Hey guys, welcome to week 9. So this is your watch me first for week 9. As you can see, this will be posted right on the top over here. This is your Zoom meeting sign up, which is the same from week 8 if you've already signed up for it. Remember to bring a rough draft of your introduction to discuss when you're signing up for your Zoom meeting. Okay, so I'm going to go back and adjust the window again. And what else is this week your introduction is due. So I put in some help guides like weak and wordy sentence openers. So if you look at it, these are weak sentence openers that you have. I also put a chapter from a Creswell book, which is used basically in applied research, but this is a really great chapter about talking about the importance of introduction, what it is, and all of those things. And then it also gives you sample introductions that you can read. So that is also another way for you to read sample introductions from this book chapter. Here is again some common academic errors to avoid when you are writing your introduction. This is going to be the same documents for your final literature review and your draft of your literature review also. And then here are your instructions. Here is the rubric, here is the instructions and the format. So I'm going to go first here. So your introduction is not a bulleted list. Okay, it is a paragraph, one big paragraph, or you can make it two small paragraphs. Okay, but it is it's a big paragraph. Plus, it does not have any first person. You cannot have I, we, us. Everything has to be in third person. It has to be objective completely. The researcher, the authors, the research, the study. Nothing can have I, we, us, ours, or anything like that. So the way you're going to do your introduction is you're going to start your introduction with an anticipatory sentence that captures the readers. Something like education is evolving. And then you add on, this is a very small sentence, but I'm just talking about it. Then the background that has led to you. When I say the background, that means the research that you have done, the literature search report that you did, the articles that you found out. You are not to cite all of them, but you will cite a few of them because you are going to build up the background of it. Why is it important? Why are you doing this research? Okay, I could talk about, let's say, this research is in math manipulatives because it is important to see or important to gauge how students interact with those manipulatives for meaningful learning. Okay, this literature is going to, this research is going to add to the literature based on manipulatives. So this is what you're going to do. Is it going to add to the literature base? Is it going to fill a gap that you see is there? And then what are the components of it? So you are going to have one sentence that says this literature review or the literature review will cover, and then all the topics that it is going to cover. I can say the literature review will cover manipulatives, type of manipulatives, the use of manipulatives, the benefits, the challenges faced by manipulatives, and the need. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So those are your headings for your literature review also. And then the last sentence is going to be, therefore the research question is. So all of this needs to flow together, needs to connect together. Once you do the components, you can add a sentence that connects with what is the research question. But you're going to end your introduction with your research question. It doesn't need the variables, it doesn't need the type of study, only the research question. So let's look at the rubric. So for your rubric, I'm only going to read the maximum points. Okay, you have a specific problem and associated question which is identified by independent and dependent variables. So your question itself will give you the independent and dependent variable, or you can actually write a question. So this study is aimed at examining and this on this. A narrowly defined research question Introduction specifically identifies each variables and subcomponents. So this is what comes from your headings when you're talking about what are your components of your research or of your literature review. And then sets the stage, which comes from your background, purpose, need, and it has one paragraph in third person. All APA citations are correct. So this talks about your in-text citations. They all have to be correct. Okay. This is what your introduction is about, and that is all that is due this week. It is due March 14th by 11:30 p.m. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to ask me. I'm always here to support you be successful. I look forward to reading your introductions.